Once again, welcome to this class. Welcome to this class of today. How are you doing? Allow me to share the screen about the lesson, the content, what we shall learn during the class. Allow me to share my screen. Allow me to share my screen again. I am sorry. Sorry for that. Yes, you can confirm if you can see my screen. This is the lesson 2, and this lesson we shall discuss the traditional African understanding of the concepts, wealth, the concept of money, wealth, and poverty. The learning outcomes. What should you learn after this class? What should you be able to learn? What should you be able to? Will you be able to learn after this class? You should be able to define the terms wealth and poverty according to the traditional African understanding. According to the traditional African understanding, should be able to define those terms. You should be able to state the various ways in which wealth was acquired in traditional African communities. And the last learning outcome, you should be able to list the causes of poverty in traditional African communities. The first concept, and don't forget that we are looking about the traditional African understanding of the concepts wealth and poverty. And the first concept is wealth. How did the traditional African society understand about wealth? And we are saying the first point in African traditional society, wealth was measured in terms of land, livestock, was measured in terms of land, livestock, grains, wives, children possession by an individual or the community. It was not measured according to money as in today. It was measured in terms of the amount of the land the person made, the amount of livestock the person made, the amount of children the person possessed, amount of wives, amount of grains. First, the second one, we are saying that wealth was acquired in various ways. In traditional African society, wealth was acquired in various ways. And we are saying that in traditional African society, they seen wealth as a gift from God. And most Africans believed that wealth is a blessing from God. Yes, they believed that when a person was wealthy, actually he was blessed by God. And we are saying that in African traditional African society, inheritance in cases where the head of the family is dead. Yes, this was the first form of the first form in which wealth was acquired in traditional African society. We are saying it was acquired through inheritance, where in cases where the head of the family is dead, the eldest son becomes the custodian of the estate. The clan and the community elders give direction on how the wealth is to be shared out. The other one way by which wealth was acquired was through bride wealth. Yes, through bride wealth was paid to the bride's family. The other one, we are saying that through farming, they were able to practice farming and therefore they acquired wealth. We are saying continuation of the same. We are saying that wealth was acquired through exploitation of natural resources, such as we can say honey, wood of carving, building. They exploited such resources, natural resources, to get wealth. The other one, we can see that wealth was acquired through trade. African communities were involved in barter trade. Yes, they were involved in exchange of services and goods to other services and goods. where they acquired wealth. And we are saying that the other way of in which the people in African traditional African society acquired wealth is through raids. They could raid, they could attack other communities and they raid them of their cattle, sheep, and their animals, and therefore they acquired wealth in such ways. And we can say that the other way in which wealth was acquired is people were encouraged to work hard to acquire wealthy, honesty, wealthy people were highly regarded and were considered for leadership position. That is, we can summarize it by saying that people acquired wealth through hard work and they were encouraged to work hard in order to acquire wealth. The last point we are saying that wealth was incomplete without a family. Yes, the family was a very crucial element in the African traditional African society. The other one, the last one, we shall look about the poverty. We shall look how the traditional African understanding about poverty, and we are saying that poverty in African traditional African society it was viewed as punishment or a curse for wrongdoing. Yes, let's look about causes of poverty according to African traditional African society. We are saying one cause of poverty there was laziness. It's got one lack of inheritance where you were not able to inherit your father's property that lead to poverty. The other one you can see rates by other communities that we are saying that communities were capable of raiding others, thus leading the other communities in poverty. And we are saying that famine is the other factor, the other cause of poverty. When there was famine, therefore there was not food, and that was poverty. The other one you can see natural disasters that we can see drought and the same that led to poverty. Continuation of the same, we can say that sickness. Yes, people could get sick and they used a lot of resources in treatment that led to poverty. And we are saying that rendering the individual weak to acquire wealth. In acquiring wealth, principle is a value for human life. Mutual responsibility and sharing communal ownership were emphasized. And we are saying that the last but not the least, we are saying that places that were communal include grazing land, rivers, and watering places. This includes that well resources were shared. There were the community land where they used to graze. This helped to reduce cases of poverty. And we are saying that laziness was ridiculed through songs, radios, and poverty. Yes, they discouraged laziness. By that, we are reaching the end of the lesson, and you can ask the questions. You can the question that you have. You can ask them, and I will answer them. You can ask any question that you have about the traditional African understanding of the concepts poverty and wealth. And I think that was well done, and now you can be able to answer this question, these objectives, you can tackle them. And the first one, defining the terms of wealth and traditional African understanding, which you are assigned. Thank you for that. That I will end the class. Thank you.